Welcome back to my video. My name is Asima Sulys Simanjuntak. My ID number 41931111045. I am a college student from Mathematics Education Study Program 2019 at State University of Medan. Now, I want to explain about the Egyptian number system. The Egyptians had a writing system based on hieroglyphic from around 3000 BC. Hieroglyphics are small pictures that represent words. It's very easy to see how the words represent the word birds by drawings of little birds, but without further development. This writing system cannot represent many words. The Egyptians had a base 10 hieroglyphic number system. This meant that they had separate symbols for units, tens, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and million. The following are hieroglyphic number, or this is the picture. For example, to create the number 246, 15 symbols are needed, 200 symbol, 7 tens symbol, and 6 unit symbol. These numbers are shown as follows. 276 in the hieroglyphic, this is the picture. An example of the number 276 in hieroglyphic is seen on a stone carving from Karnak dating to about 1500 BC and is now displayed at the Louvre, Paris. We must point out the hieroglyphic ought not stay the same throughout the 2000 years or so of ancient Egyptian civilization. This civilization is broken down into 3 distinct periods: Old Kingdom, Sirsa, and the advantage of the use of mathematics in the Old Kingdom is search, but it can be inferred from the example notes on the wall near the mastaba at medium that give clues to the slope of the mastaba. The lines on the diagrams are spaced on pinch apart and show the use of units the measurement. Middle Kingdom Sirsa to 2100 BC to 1700 BC. Mathematical documents are dated between the 12th dynasty. The great mathematical papers date to the intermediate period based on an old mathematical text from the 20th dynasty. The Moscow mathematical papyrus and the Rhine mathematical papyrus are mathematical problem texts. Consist of a collection of problems with solution. These texts may have been written by a teacher or student involved in solving mathematical problems. New Kingdom Sirsa 1600 BC to 1000 BC. During the New Kingdom, mathematical problems are mentioned in the Anastasi Papyrus 1 and the Wilbur Papyrus from the time of Ramesses III records land measurement. The hieroglyphic numbers differ somewhat in different periods, but generally have a similar style. Another number system used by the Egyptians after the invention of writing on papyrus consists of hieratic numerals. This number allows numbers to be written in a much neater form than before when using systems that require more symbols to be memorized. Here is the version of the hieratic numbers, like this picture. Geometry Development 26 of the 100, 110, and 10 published on the Moscow and Rhine papyrus are About geometry. Geometry problems are about measuring area and volume. For example, the area of a circle used is a formula equal to the square of its diameter and the volume of a vertical cylinder equal to the product of the area of the base and its height. Calculating the contagion between the base and the surface of a pyramid. Ancient Egyptian times count around the 1500 BC, and ancient Egyptians used a base 12 number system, and they developed a system of sundials shaped like the letter T, and that was placed on the ground and divided the time between sunrise and sunset into 12 parts. Historians argue the ancient Egyptians used base 12 number system based on the number of lunar cycles in a year, or it could be based on the large number of human finger joints, or 3 on each finger excluding the thumb, which allowed them to count up to 12 using the thumb. Calculating a flat building area in 2450 BC, the ancient Egyptians had begun calculating about the elements of a triangle and found a square triangle with sides 3, 4, and 5. In ancient Egyptian, the use of mathematics, especially geometry, was only used practically. At that time, geometry was only used for a very basic purpose, namely monitoring the size of land owned by residents for tax collection purposes. This done because every year there is an overflow from the Nile River, so that land ownership by residents needs to be monitored or remeasured. At that time, measurements only used a stretch string, in addition to determine the areas and volume of various shapes and shapes. In 1650 BC, the ancient Egyptians discovered the value of P, which is 3.16. Pythagoras triangle. Basics. Pythagoras already knew about the area of the hypotenuse 2500 years ago, but did you know that the got that knowledge from the ancient Egyptians? When he was young, Pythagoras studied with Thales, or one of the wise men in Athens, and the teacher suggests that the young Pythagoras go to Egypt to study mathematics. But from Pythagoras' observation that the Egyptians use rule and comparison lines to calculate the height of building, he was inspired to make mathematical laws to calculate the height and hypotenuse of a right triangle. It was from this visit to Egypt that Pythagoras introduced the principle we know as the Pythagoras law. Okay, I think that's all of my presentation that I can explain on the topic of Egyptian number system. If I have a mistake, I apologize. I hope I will be better in the next chapter. If there are critique or suggestion, you can write them in the comment column. Hopefully this explanation video is useful for you. Thank you for watching and see you next video.